Sometimes I feel a little stuck, like there's too many options, and if I choose the wrong one, well, my life might just fall apart. And I find that I distract myself so I don't even have to make a choice.
حتما شما هم گاهی اوقات بین این دو یا چند گزینه گیر کردید، ولی بعد از مدتی میفهمیم که بعضی از این انتخاب ها از پیش برای ما انجام شده. سلام دوستان، خیلی خوش اومدید به کانال من. امروز یه ویدیو جدید از فردی متفاوت داریم. بریم ویدیو رو با هم تماشا کنیم.
My mornings look the same every day. Wake up at 7, do a little bit of exercise, make a yummy breakfast, eat an apple, and then my favorite part, having a cup of coffee. After that, I like to go for a walk where I can think of new ideas. And that's when it happens, every time. I start to question everything. Am I making the right decision? Do I really know what I'm doing? How will all of this come together? And my mind starts to race. But it wasn't always like this. For a while, I didn't have to make any choices. They were made for me.
Andrew, can you take the trash out?
Yeah. It's not that I didn't know what I was going to do, it's that others made all of my choices. All I had to do was listen. Until one day I realized I wanted to do something different. I picked up a camera for the first time in 2018. I had a fascination with images, mainly images that convey an emotion. I quickly realized that I didn't know how to take photos, but I went for it. I would go out every day and just try to capture a photo that meant something to me. I tried so hard for years to get big jobs and take my photography to the next level, but it never happened. Honestly, I wanted to give up. I felt like I had made the wrong choice in this pursuit. But with every day that passed, I continued showing up. And 5 years after I picked up a camera for the first time, I was asked to shoot for Grammy Award-winning artist Daya.
Grammy goes to Daya, Don't Let Me Down. And thank you.
I felt like I wasn't ready for this opportunity, mainly because I always viewed my work and my skills still as a beginner. I had never worked on a set before, so to be thrusted into the lion's den, I felt I was out of my depths. But just as I did every day leading up to it, I tried to capture a photo that would convey an emotion. There was something so surprising about realizing how far I had come simply by showing up every day and trying to learn something new with each day. Looking back, I realized that the fears and doubts that you have when starting something new don't always go away, and sometimes they morph into new fears. But being able to ignore them and press forward, you realize they hold no weight. And that takes us to our next endeavor, which didn't go so well. I've always wanted to create some sort of brand, and after a few years of doing photography, my friend Meredith and I decided to create a brand to bring creatives together. It was called Made by Saturday. The goal was simple: create a brand that would bring not only our friends together, but also creatives. We had never done anything like this before, so we weren't sure how to start. There was a strange piece in not having any expectations of what it could be. Our main goal? Bring people together. And that's exactly what we did. We designed shirts and sweaters and hosted our first pop-up, and it went perfectly. Musicians, baristas, and a lot of our friends came. We also sold out of everything that we designed. From there, me and Meredith were eager to get back to the drawing board, and that is where it all changed. You see, after our first pop-up, I had put an unrealistic expectation on myself. The feeling of being successful had polluted my thinking. I didn't want to be viewed anymore as a failure, which led me to play it safe. I found myself disagreeing with Mare on her ideas. I didn't want to do anything that was a maybe. It had to be perfect. I found that in the beginning stages of doing anything new, you'll be bad, and you need to be okay with that, because that allows you the freedom to explore and try new things. The lack of embracing that ultimately led to the end of Made by.
اگه تا اینجا ویدیو تماشا کردید خیلی ممنون میشم که همین الان کانال من لایک، سابکرایب کنید و برای حمایت از من حتما زنگوله کنارش رو هم فعال کنید.
And experiencing all of that is what allowed me to follow through with endeavor number 3. YouTube. something that I always wanted to do, yet at the same time, it seemed like an impossible dream. I was already editing for a YouTuber and I knew how to make videos, but anytime I clicked record to film myself, it seemed like I didn't know what I was doing. There's a harsh reality in starting new things. First, it's exciting, and then that excitement wears off really fast. You go through a process of uncertainty and fear, and it's easy to connect your identity with what you're doing. To everyone else, it was a cute little hobby. But to me, it was something more. It was something that I had to see through. I had grown tired of starting new things and never finishing them. I knew that this time it would have to be different. I would have to give a new level of focus. And that is where Brick comes in. Brick is a physical device that temporarily removes distracting apps. But how? First, you choose the apps you want to block, and then you brick your phone. This is different than the time limit feature on your phone because you can't just add more time. With Brick, if the physical device isn't with you, you can't open the app, which means I can use my phone more as a tool and less of a distraction. So what are you waiting for? Use the link in the description below to get 10% off your next purchase. And thank you, Brick, for sponsoring this video. Ultimately, the pursuit of these three things have taught me that you can't just wait around and keep wondering if you're making the right choice. A mentor of mine used to tell me, instead of hoping you're doing the right thing, make it the right thing. There was something so simple about that. I don't think any great inventor or artist started out with 100% confidence in their idea. And even as they pursued it, they probably encountered a lot of discouragement. I found that within all three of these pursuits, I had to deal with comparison in the early stages. I compare my day 1 to someone's day 1000, and I don't think that's very fair. I also found that I can't hold myself to expectations I can't control. For example, how people receive my art or my videos, I can only control the quality. So if there's 100 people like it or 100,000 people, it doesn't change the quality or the importance of the thing I did. So maybe using the fact you don't know how it'll all work out as a reason not to do it, maybe it's the very reason you should do it. I wanted to film this part because this is the reality of the process. Like, you're making something and you don't think it's great, but you just got to keep moving forward, I guess. And I feel like we can watch videos like this and get really inspired and like, oh, I'm just gonna go do it. And it negates the reality of the emotions that you actually feel when you embark on that thing. I took footage of me writing. I kid you not, I'm literally writing this right now. And I just was like, is this even good? Like, what? I don't even know. And I feel like the script so far in the video is good, but now that I'm halfway through or whatever, I'm just like, what? Yeah, essentially the intro to my video, like, you start and then all of a sudden you hit something, and then in your mind you're just like, dude, I don't even know if this is good. And yeah, it was really hard. I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself to make this video perfect because my last one did so well, and I didn't want to feel like I was taking a step back. I wanted to feel like I was progressing. And the whole time while making it, it was just like, no, the voices in my head of like, no, this isn't a good idea. This is dumb. This is bad. I realized I wanted to talk about that because you can watch a video like this and just be inspired to go do something, but that doesn't mean that those voices won't be there. Having the understanding of like, I'm gonna go through these like ebbs and flows, but if I can just remain consistent through it, the final product will be so worth it. So I'm like halfway through the video. I don't feel great about the video, to be honest. I'm just gonna keep making it, and hopefully by the time you're watching this part, you'll have seen the whole thing and think, dang, that was a good video, and I'm glad he stuck with it. So I said this in my last video as well, that for everyone that watches this video, only about 20% of people will make it to this part. And if you are a part of that 20%, leave a comment letting me know that you're a part of the 20%, but also what are those questions and those fears that keep coming up every time you think about something you want to pursue? And maybe, I don't know, someone can read the comment and they've gone through that thing. They can tell you like, hey, it's that none of that is true, and you can make it through. But Yeah, I don't know, guys. Hopefully by the time I'm done this, the video will be... I'm just rambling. I hope this video was good. Anyway.
خب دوستان به پایان این ویدیو رسیدیم. امیدوارم که از این ویدیو هم لذت کافی رو برده باشید. خیلی ممنونم که تا انتهای ویدیو با من همراه بودید. اگر هم دوست داشتید ویدیوهای کانالمون رو هم تماشا کنید. بیشتر از این صحبت نمی کنیم. فعلا